What's going on, guys? Dan Kale here with Liquidation Pros, and today I just got home from work and I was greeted by a huge liquidation wholesale lot that I got. But unfortunately, if you take a look, these boxes here are pretty much smoked. I was a little bit alarmed when my wholesaler had said that one of the boxes was 103 pounds and they're 24 by 24 by 24. I knew that there could potentially be a problem, but as you can see, this box is just completely ripped up. Same thing with this one. I'm not sure if I lost any product or not, but those two don't. This one's kind of open, but you know, as you can see, some of the products kind of hanging out there. And this is a mixed lot of electronics, but it's a lot of the same items. So just to give you a little sneak peek, a ton of this Zagg, like iPad. This is iPad Pro. This here is for the iPad Air 2. And then there's some Mophie cases, some other Microsoft cables, bunch of stuff. It's over $10,000 worth of retail. And if you watch the rest of this video, I'll be unboxing this and trying to determine if I'm actually missing anything. So stay tuned. Let me move these boxes inside and we will go through everything. Alright, so box number 3, I got one more. In case you're wondering, the one box is 103 pounds, that one's 90, and these two are like 170 and 160. So it's a little over 300 pounds worth of stuff, and it's mainly going to be Mophie cases and Zagg, Zagg brand, like laptop and iPad cases. Basically, I had to bring that down from outside down to the basement. And the goal for me right now is just to start unboxing everything, stacking up similar items, so that way I can go back to the manifest and check off that we got everything we ordered. I am concerned. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath from bringing those boxes in, but I am concerned about the condition of some of these boxes, especially this one down here on the floor. That was really hard to get in. The whole top is basically ripped open. So, and some of those cases are $50, $60 a piece. So hopefully UPS is who we ship through. Hopefully they're honest. I did talk to my supplier, and we're going to start using a smaller box, and I'm not going to ship more than 50 pounds per box. Luckily, they're only one state away from me, so shipping's not that bad. I would rather ship in smaller boxes and not get hit with oversized charges than these big boxes, because this basically cost me $250 to ship 4 boxes because they were all oversized. Whereas if we shipped it in like the regular 18 by 18 by 24, say Home Depot boxes, each shipment would have probably been $30 a box, and it would have had probably 2 or 3 extra boxes. So it would have been less to use smaller boxes. So keep that in mind. Anytime you go over the oversized, the charges are crazy high. The one that was 100 pounds, that box itself costs $100 to ship. So, but once the supplier says, here's the dimensions, here's the boxes, send me labels. I don't have a whole lot of control. I can't say, hey, can you take all that stuff out that's ready to be shipped? But after my conversation with him today, moving forward, the plan will be to use smaller boxes. So I think I will go through this one first. And like I said, I'm not testing anything. I'm not double checking. I'm going to show you what I got and start stacking it up. This gives you an idea of the first step to unboxing liquidation products. And just give you an idea of some of the stuff that I get. So, see if you guys can see this. But as you can see, Zagg iPad Air 2, iPad Air 2, iPad Air 2. Now there's different colors. So I'll start sorting just in any particular spot. iPad Air 2 red, iPad Air. Now that's not a 2, so I'll start a different pile. All right, then we have iPad Mini. Some of these, this here is for a auto fit 7-inch. That must be like a stand for a standard case. iPad Mini. This one, the sticker's covered, I'll have to remove. So like this here is an Amazon return sticker. That's what shows you that it's been returned to Amazon. And then my supplier covers up his label. He is an authorized Zagg retailer. So I am approved. Since I'm approved through him, I'm approved to sell Zagg. Also, I get Mophie from him. For instance, iPhone 7 juice pack cases for charging your phones. These sell really good on eBay. I normally pay anywhere from 12 to 15 bucks for these, and I get between 30 to 50 for the newer models. So I'll start a pile of those. We'll put the Mophie over here. Another iPad, 2 more of the red iPad Airs. Like I said, guys, this might get a little bit boring. You might want to skip ahead as I go through. This might be fun to you, but when you take your buying to the next level, this is kind of the stuff you get. To give you a little bit of reference, this is over $10,000 worth of Amazon retail value returns. I estimated to be somewhere between $6,000 to $7,000 on eBay is what the kind of the reduced going rate is for open box. Most of these items will be open box. They did open and inspect all the Zagg cases. The Mophie cases they didn't, so I have to go through all the Mophie. But and I paid $2,300 plus shipping, so $2,550 for everything. After fees and all that, I should double my money. And for me, I'm looking at it's probably 20 to 40 hours total worth of work, including my time and then my helper's time to do the listing, the inspecting, and all that stuff. So the sorting itself shouldn't take me too long, especially once I get rolling here. iPad Air 2. I'm not sure if you guys can see in this box, but it is just full of all these cases here. There's a purple one. Another auto fit. Now some of these cases were going for only like 10 or 15, and some of them were going for like 40, 50. So it just all depends on the model. The iPad Air Pros, I believe, were the most valuable. The minis are probably like 15, 20 bucks, maybe a little more than that. And these should go first class. Some of the bigger ones here are going to have to go priority now because they're going to be a little bit heavier. Slim Book. This is called the Slim Book. That's the first one of those I have. So right now I have iPad Airs. That's a regular iPad Air. iPad Air there. iPad Mini 4. And what I may do at this point, I'm going to speed this box up real quick until I get to something else that's worth talking about. So let me just go ahead and try to get this done. All right, so the first box is done. On top of the Zagg, like iPad cases, the keyboard cases, I did get a few more Mophie chargers in that. And then I did get these. When my supplier sends me the list, I basically make an offer on the items. He sends it out to a couple different people, a couple different potential buyers, and then once he finds one that's in the price range, we go back and negotiate a little bit. Something like this, I bid $0 on. They sell for around 8 to 15, depending on the thing. These happen to be the little glass for your iWatch. But a lot of times, if someone returns this, they tried to put it on and didn't get it perfect. They peeled it off and send it back. So if it's anything like this, I typically will either put like 1 penny when I'm doing my list and figuring out a price, or sometimes $1. But most of the times, I try not to pay much for these peel cases. And the same goes for if it's for a phone. So there's not a lot of those, but there are some. I'm going to do this box next, just to get out of the way. This one's one of the really heavy ones. Hopefully it doesn't crush my little table here. Let's see if I can get this thing lifted up. Alright. That didn't quite go as planned. This one might be the one that's actually 100 pounds, so I'm not kidding. This sucker is heavy. And another thing is they loaded it up with these air mailers, which is fine. I will reuse them, but they could have trimmed this box down easily by 6 inches or so by not having so much padding of the air mailers. This looks like an entire box of Zagg. And I just knocked my Mophie cases over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the weight out of here real quick and just not even sort it, but make a quick pile. These are heavy. These are easily 1.5 pounds, so these will have to go priority. They may fit in a padded flat rate envelope, so they should ship flat rate. These are really heavy. But I think I can pick it up now that it's almost empty. Now I'm not bending over. Whew. I hope you guys can see that okay. Some more of these cases. That go, man. And what I'm thinking for this video, to speed it up, get everything out, show you what else is worth showing you, and then I'll resort it later on. So I'm gonna make a big pile right here of all the stuff I just took out. I'm telling you guys, this is, look up Zagg, look up the iPad, look up the the Pro, the iPad Air, Zagg cases. They're not crazy money, but they do sell well. And you will see them out and about, because a lot of times people upgrade, and they will sell without the box. So if you do catch one at like the thrift store, you can sell it used, no problem. Most of these are all in open box condition, and what happens for Amazon a lot of times is, one, they're a gift that the person didn't need or doesn't like, so it gets sent back. The other thing is, people don't realize a lot of time what version they have. They just go off of what they think it is, and it turns out they have a newer or an older version, and they need a different size. And as soon as they open it, they're like, oh crap, that's not the right one, and they send it back. So my hope is that a lot of these are still like mint condition. So here's one here. Not opening very easily. I'm not sure why this one's jammed. So I'll have to fool with it later, but there's possibly a little lock on it. Probably not fun for you guys to watch me. There we go. Some of them have like a little lock on the side. I'm not sure if that's what it was. It's just kind of tight to open. But all right, got 2 more boxes to go through. So we got this one. So there should still be a bunch of Mophie, and there's another brand called Baby Banz, which I've never sold before, so it'll be the first time I tried that. See what we got in here. I'm not sure how well you guys can see, and you really can't see too much in the box, but tons of air mailers. Once again, they could have done without that, made the box a whole lot smaller. Okay, but I do see some of the bands. That's what I was talking about. It's a pretty popular, like a Bluetooth earmuff. For kids, they sell anywhere from like 15 to 25 bucks a piece, and then some of them come in this type of box. This says infant sound earmuffs, so this would be like a white noise earmuff. This is I have 4 kids and we've never used anything like this, but I guess you would put the headphones on your child and play like what would normally be playing through a sound machine through headphones. So if you're at an event, they're showing like if you're on the airplane or at a concert or something along those lines, or anywhere it was like really loud or your child was sensitive to loud noises, you could use that, and then there would be, I guess, an app where you could play different music through it. So pretty cool. There's like I said, a bunch of these Banz brand. I want to say now they should all, based on my research, these should all ship first class. They're pretty light. I would say maybe like 8 ounces or less. And I'll have to go back and double check, and I'll do a follow-up to this video, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can, if you're interested in this type of content, you can get more information on how I made out on this lot. But I think I paid around $8 for these, maybe a little less. I'm not 100% sure. And these were returned. You know, these are our Amazon returns, so they will need to be tested. I believe these were as is. So I probably paid less than that. And then what I really like to see, I do really well, is basically what's in the rest of this box is all Mophie cases. So if you guys can see that, you know, just literally hundreds of, I think I was 200 Mophie cases maybe, what it ended up being. So there should be a bunch of these. I'm not going to take the time to sort through all these, but you have like these power stations, and depending on the size of the power station, depends on how much the value is. An old iPhone 5 charging case. Here is Galaxy S6, iPhone 6, so all kinds of different models, makes, models, sizes, colors, a good variety. The XXL, this is really good. Look these up. If you ever see these out and about, these sell for pretty good, 50, 60 bucks easily. Now these all do need to be tested. These are straight returns, and my supplier actually does put a note on these that says to be tested. On a lot of these, they already have a note that says open box. That means they've been looked through and they've been checked. So these need to be tested. These should be good to sell, but I do want to double check them. Alright, so I think you got a pretty good idea of what's in here. I'm going to go ahead and rifle through this, get all these stacked up, and then we'll see what's in the last box. Alright guys, one last box. Let's see if I can pick this one up without destroying it. This is the one that was ripped away open. This is what it looked like. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's what the box looked like when I got home today. It's mostly Zagg. It might all be Zagg cases. But that's okay. I just need to get through it, get it sorted out, and then off video I'm going to go and check all of my quantities. Finish sorting everything out perfectly, and then start going through and making sure I got everything that I ordered. I have had issues before where the order has been short quantity, so you always want to make sure you double check that you got everything you purchased. Let's see if I can pick this thing up. Ooh, that's heavy. Right. This is not a high enough grade corrugated box for shipping this much weight, and that's why you know, it looks the way it looks. Luckily, the product itself isn't too damaged. It didn't have a long way to travel, so it probably went literally from one truck to one sorting facility onto a delivery truck. Probably then to another sorting facility to my delivery truck, so it was only touched 4 or 5 times, so they didn't get, I mean, all the cases are still really, the boxes anyway, are really good shape. This is for a slim book, so just a keyboard case. And even here, as you notice, so this is an open box item, but there's a sticker on here that says there's a scratch on top, so I'll have to double check that one. More bubble mailers for me. I definitely save these and reuse them as much as I can. Alright guys, more slim books. Those are back here. I got a huge stack of the Zagg slim book. It's for the iPad Air 2. As you can see, I have over 20 at this point. And this is, so see there's a model number. I believe the model number is covered up by the return, so we'd have to peel that off. Just out of curiosity, let me get that off of there. Just because I have so many of these, I'm kind of itching to see which one this is and what the value of this one is. I use a heat gun and I use a little fine blade Gerber knife to peel my labels off. There's many ways to do it. It's just the way I do it, the way I found to work the best. Alright. So, and then I go right to eBay, and I use my symbol scanner to scan it. I have mine set to automatically enter, so after it scans, the next key is enter. So in this case, it would be like a search function. It follows the scan, so I don't have to do anything there. I'm going to go to eBay, I'm going to go to solds. Couple bids. Recently. Now these are bids without shipping, and they are not the same exact model as the one I have. I have iPad Air 2. $6.50 plus shipping, $12.50. Here's one, same one. It sold for $40, $27, $35, $31. These couple up here that are only $1 plus shipping. It's a slightly different model than the one I have. But yes, I'm not sure why they went for so cheap, but either way, probably list them for like 25 bucks a piece and ship them priority mail. Be real easy to ship. And as you can see, I mean, this whole box is just full of these things. And for the purpose of this video, once again, we'll try to get a bunch of them out. Just start a pile. I mean, you guys have already kind of seen, here's a blue one that I haven't got yet. iPad Air 2. Blue. You start a new pile. Actually, I did have an open box blue one. So that's what it looks like without the box. And they consider that used, very good condition. Alright, and another one of these. Another one of those. So as you can see, I'm starting to get some pretty decent stacks. It was only about 15 different SKUs, so 15 different products. So it's not very hard to create those eBay listings. And it's kind of one of the deals, you set the quantity for how many you have, and you know, in the case of those slim books, it'll be 20 or 30 of them. And then however long it takes to sell, you know, if it takes a year or two, I might have to adjust my price down. In some cases, when they start selling really well, you can adjust your price up. And the reason that may happen sometimes is because other sellers that you're competing with don't have that model any longer. So this one here is for the iPad Pro. I remember this one being a little bit better model. iPad Air. So it's that one. So basically what I have here, I had the Pro and the Air, I'm just noticing mixed together. So I will have to resort that. Not a big deal. iPad Mini 4. It's up there, and my whole box is getting ready to fall. These boxes are terrible. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish unboxing this. I'm going to speed the video up, and then I'll do a quick recap of everything and give you guys a little bit view. I'll finish sorting the Mophie products, and that way you guys can see the different types that I got. So. Alright guys, that's the last of that box. Let me give you a tour of what I got. Remember, this was about almost $2,600 worth of stuff. And what you'll notice is it's not a whole lot of stuff. So, sorry, don't pay attention to back here. All that's like kids' toys. We kind of use that as like a storage area. But, and then don't count this stuff. I had these already. These are all, these are men's shorts that we were working on. And those are some women's jackets we were working on. But there's some of the Baby Banz earmuff things, and then the headphones, a bunch of those, and then we have all these Mophie, so power stations, and you know, be mindful that there are stacks of, for instance, this here, that's 7 right there, so pretty decent amount, and that is actually for iPhone 8 and 7. These should sell pretty quickly. I do need to test all these Mophies, as I said earlier. This is the Power Station XL, XXL, and then this is like a docking charging station, which is pretty cool. Some more of those. There are some older phones. Don't be scared to buy the older stuff. The iPhone 5 and 6 does really well. It's not quite as valuable, but it does sell well because they don't make them any longer. There's an iPhone 7, 8, and then same here, a bunch of those. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 11 of this one model right there, and a couple other little random piles of singles over here. Another power station, and then obviously the big part of the deal was the Zagg. If I remember correctly, I paid $1,200 just for these Zagg cases. I did look this one up. This iPad Pro. Some have sold for 40, some for 20. That one only sold for 750, but that's auction. I never really compared to auction. What you can do is you can click up top and sort by buy it now. So then you'll see a little bit better. 25, 20, 40, 55, 20, 29, 25. Hopefully you guys can see that. So, around 25, 30 bucks for those. And then there's actually some more of those filtered in to this pile. I need to go through and double check. And then I have a ton of these iPad mini 4s. I think these are only like 15 bucks. I'll have to double check though. I didn't actually look them up. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Go ahead and comment down below if you think this was a good buy. I think it was. I'm a little bit nervous on some of the Zagg stuff because I haven't bought this big of a load of Zagg. I've sold a few here and there, but never, this is about 30 or 40 of the same exact red, the same exact iPad Air case. So that's going to take a while to sell through those. And my model is I normally price towards the higher end of the market and then do sales and different promotional stuff. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed the video. A quick unboxing. Didn't spend too much time giving too many strategies or tips, unfortunately, but you can go back and check some other videos out if you're looking for that type of content. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll keep you guys up to date on how I did with this lot. You can follow me on Instagram at Liquidation Pros, and you can always shoot me a direct message through email, dan@liquidationpros.org. I really appreciate you guys watching, and thanks to all my new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the content, and look forward to doing some more unboxing videos for you. Till then, just get out there, find some good products, and happy selling, folks. See ya.